Hi, welcome to Coffee Talk Thursday. I am Cecilia Manella and I hop on here every single week sharing some tips and tricks around increasing your mental health wellness. Today, I want to chat a little bit about toxic positivity and maybe just one way that you can kind of switch some things for yourself and change some of the language you're using that will shift you out of flipping everything into being positive and being more mindful about what you need and what you want in the moment. Now, what is toxic positivity? I know we're coming up with terms all the time. And it's hard to keep up to what's what and all these things. So the term toxic positivity really refers to this movement around everything being positive no matter what, turning all challenges and hardships and struggles into this positive, always learning opportunity without really sitting in a place of vulnerability or acknowledging the depth of pain and suffering, the hurt that you're going through. So it's that quick kind of everything happens for a reason comment. Comment drives me crazy. Everything happens for a reason. It's dismissive. That's toxic positivity, where we dismiss what's actually happening and want to flip it to something different right away. I want to challenge you to think about something different. I want you to really think about your life as in seasons, and that you have every single right to acknowledge and own that you are in a specific season in your life. And just because something is hard right now does not mean it's going to be hard forever. And maybe it will be hard for a long period of time, but this is a season that you're in. We're all in different seasons in our life. We're all facing different challenges. And instead of trying to flip things into a positive for the people that we love, because we don't want to see them in pain, we don't want to see them suffering, instead of really flipping that into a positive comment or some sort of advice, it's better to kind of answer with, I'm sorry that you're going through this in the season in your life, that this is happening to you right now. It's much more affirming. It's much more empathetic. Now, this is also true in the way that you speak to yourself, that you can be more affirming to yourself. You can be more supportive to yourself to reinforce that this is the season that you're in. Grab a journal, write about the season that you're in. Acknowledge what's happening right now that is contributing to the season that you're in, the lessons that you're learning right now. Not in a way to dismiss it, but in a way to ground yourself in it, a way to honor what's actually happening for you without flipping it into that positive thing right away. Now, when we acknowledge the seasons that we're in or what's happening right now in our lives, we can then move into a question that I want you to ask yourself is, how does this season change my capacity? How does what's happening right now change my capacity? So capacity for work, capacity for relationships, capacity for being present, for all the capacities that we have, everything that we are used to achieving or having output, what we're going through changes our capacity for everything. It can either increase our capacity or it can decrease our capacity. So sometimes some challenges increase our capacity for love and care. And sometimes what it does is it decreases our capacity to focus or to take on new tasks or to be challenged. When we see ourselves as this constant thing that is supposed to always be achieving more and more and more, or having more and more output of time and energy and focus, it's really unrealistic and it's actually really unhealthy for you. It creates a mindset that you're always failing somehow. And if you're not striving to achieve something, that somehow you're behind the eight ball. But that's actually not true. What really happens, it's like this. It's like a roller coaster. It's constantly up and down. Our capacity is always changing day to day, moment to moment. And recognizing this, does that not only give yourself grace, so the ability to give yourself some grace, some softness, a safe place to be, but what it does, it allows you to rest in those moments that you actually need to rest and reflect in the moments that you need to reflect. We can't constantly go, 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 go. We're not created to live that way. We're created to put a whole bunch of output of energy and focus and then rest and restore. We're not meant to be constantly putting out. So in thinking about reflecting about the season that you're in, what season are you in? I want you to really think about what's going on for you right now. Are you in a growth season? Are you in a rest season? Are you in an output season? Are you in a reflective season? What is the season that you're currently in? And what is the situation happening right now? And how does that change your capacity? Does it increase capacity for some things and decrease for others? Are you finding just a general decrease in capacity all around? Or is a general increase in capacity? Knowing that this is for right now, it's not going to last long term. We're constantly going up and down with what's happening in our seasons, our capacity for things. So I hope that this journaling reflection and maybe some thought-provoking ideas that you can kind of come up with will help you realize that you are not a machine. And we are always ebbing and flowing. And this is a different way to see it instead of switching to toxic positivity right away. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you next week.